because I don't have good lighting in this room. But we're gonna wait. Oh, where's my tablet? We're gonna wait for some people to arrive. My 17 faithfuls and only like 3 that talk. But it's fun. It's for me. It's for whoever wants to relax and like just have something to listen to in the background. So okay, it doesn't look too bad. But I'm here with Matthias. I'm actually going to be changing his outfit and Polo. I'm going to change him out of the outfit that he's had on for probably like 2 weeks. I can't remember if I put that outfit on him during a live stream or if I, oops, the lamp almost fell, or if I put that outfit on him without fanfare cameras or anything like that. So I cannot remember. So there are a few things I want to address. They're not like that deeply serious. So, but I want to talk about like what I've been doing, my collection, what I'm waiting for, things like that. I do want to address a comment that I saw a couple days ago. I've just been busy, you know, the work, kids, that stuff. But I want to be able to see, hold on a second. I want to be able to see, there we go, what I'm doing. And then, so I have my little cup here. It has Never Trust the Living on it. I love this mug. It's from, if you guys know, you probably recognize what this is. It's from Beetlejuice. So I love that. I put some of my little things in there. I've stopped buying mugs. Everybody in my whole family is like, no more mugs because we have so many mugs. It's so easy to get carried away with buying mugs. And I even get them as gifts. So hi, Sally. Hey, long time no talkie. So before I change Matthias, I'm gonna let a few people come on and I'm gonna show you what I want to put on him. So I had this idea of venturing out of the beige world, even though I always just fall back right on beige, whites, and the lot. And I have been for so many years, and I do it mainly because I just love the painting on the dolls. I love the realism, and I don't know why when I put white or, you know, something beigey, it just seems to, I don't know, not exaggerate, maybe that's the wrong word for it. It really showcases the painting very nicely. So I hope you guys don't hear that other noise in the background. I think somebody is using the blender, but I don't know how good you're gonna be able to hear that. So I just decided to pop on. I'm like, you know what? I haven't been on in a while. I haven't changed. I haven't done a pre-recorded video in a while. And that's just because I'm too lazy to do it. I have to really, really be motivated to do it. And lately I just don't have the motivation for videos, not for the Reborns, just for the videos. So as I was thinking of this outfit, for pictures, I'm gonna have to find, actually I think I have it here somewhere. I had this outfit in mind. I love the Little Prince, Le Petit Prince. You guys might have read the book as a child. I know there was a movie. I don't know if it was Pixar or Disney, an animation that was done, or maybe it was done digitally. I don't know, but there was also a movie recently made. And I thought it was cute. It had a really beautiful music to it. And I'm just loving Le Petit Prince. So I had this idea. I tried to keep it not too expensive, but sometimes when I have an idea, I do tend to get out of hand with it. But hi, Jackie. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you and welcome. So we're just getting started. So I had this idea with the Le Petit Prince. Now, sometimes as ideas go, they don't always pan out perfectly. And this would be one of those times when I thought I was matching the green perfectly, but it's not. This seems to be more of an army green, and this seems to be more like a mossy type green. And you know, like our dolls, sometimes colors on pictures and in cameras, they don't come over well, you know, very good. But I felt like, you know, if I wait around here where I live, the climate I live in, if I wait around all till it's cold, that won't be until February, and it will only last for 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks tops, for cold enough weather to wear cute hats like this, unless I go up to Big Bear, the mountains in California, and I enjoy some of the snow there. But then again, it will be in February. But I'm not waiting, because the rest of the country is talking about autumn vibes, and the rest of the country, the East Coast and the Midwest, have gotten cooler. So a little bit, I guess. So we don't have actual seasons here in California. We have something like it, I guess. So I thought when I ordered these, I was matching them perfectly, but it's not the case. But we're just gonna make it work, right? We're gonna see how it goes. We'll find out together how bad or how good it is. Then I was about to buy like a super expensive like little prop toy to go with. Listen, he looks so adorable in this. A little prop toy. I already have a little fox. It's a stuffy. I bought this one a long time ago. Let me show you guys. I have it right here. I have this little fox, and he is actually, he looks like the little fox in the animated movie. So from the Le Petit Prince. So I have this one. He's a little bit bigger. I've taken really cute pictures with my fox and some of my other dolls. But as I was looking for something a little bit smaller for, you know, kind of redo, kind of update my whole Le Petit Prince theme that I like for my pictures and my channel and everything. I was looking for something smaller, and then I found this on Amazon. Wait, I think it was Amazon. I think I saw it on Etsy, but I'm pretty sure you can get this on Amazon. And I think I might have gotten it on Amazon. I haven't opened it yet. It comes with a silicone pacifier, and it has an adorable little fox. It's called Sweetie Pal by Itsy Ritzy. They might even have these at Bye Bye Baby, maybe in Walmart. I'm not sure. But I'm not one to go pop into the stores that much anymore. I do a lot of shopping online. I only do groceries in stores. So Aaron says California only has 2 seasons, warm and barely cold. Yeah. I always say hot and death heat. That's what it's either hot or, you know, or just the death heat. But yes, you're right. And that's why I love winters. I know some of my friends like in the Midwest, they're like frozen. They're just completely frozen in the winter. But here in Southern California, we don't have that, you know, those extreme like traditional seasons. Unless, like I said, you go up to the mountains and, you know, we have snow there. But I'm sure it's still nothing compared to the freezing temperatures that the Midwest gets in, you know, New York and the East Coast and stuff. So, but I found this little fox, and we're going to open it together. I wish I would have brought some scissors. I do have scissors. Hang on a second. And I'm going to do, as I'm looking at it, I don't think it will matter, but I just really wanted to go with the whole pilot. If you guys remember the Le Petit Prince, hello, my little world. Welcome to our Friday night hangout. The pilot in the Le Petit Prince story, he tells this story of his relationship with the little fox. It it really, the whole story and I think there's like a more deeper philosophical meaning to the story of the pilot. If you guys remember in Le Petit Prince, the pilot crashed his plane in the desert. He found himself alone and stranded, and he befriends a fox. And so yeah, so it's really cute. We're gonna put this together right here. So this is more the color scheme to me of that pilot and what he was wearing. If my memory is correct on that. Oh, that had to fall. All these little packaging thingamajigs that almost seem like they get in the way. So, okay. So here's the little fox. So like I said, I thought about buying something small, some little toy for the pictures, but I opted for something cheaper this time. Most of the time, I don't care. The expense is like secondary to me. If I like something, I just do it, which is probably not the wisest thing, but, I know not everyone can do that, and sometimes neither can I, but I don't really spend a lot of money outside this hobby. I mean, there are other things I do. I have my family, I have my kids, they have cars, they have bills, they're in college, but you know, this is my little splurge zone, so I usually reserve everything for splurging in the Reborn hobby. But this time, I think I went a little bit more economical, and this is like a perfect alternative. I was gonna put the, I'm not even sure if I want to do that anymore. Put the pacifier on there, but I'm thinking maybe I should just keep the pacifier off. I don't know, you guys let me know. Keep it on for the pictures like this. I might remove it and just take little pictures of the fox. I mainly was attracted to this because of the little fox. So there's that. So, okay, so before I move on to the outfit change, I want to address one little thing. Well, kind of little, kind of not. It was a little bit bothersome. I know that a lot of you saw my video that I made, and I was making fun of somebody that was spreading disinformation about, you know, the scent and the smells surrounding the smell being used as a way to measure the toxicity of, you know, of a counterfeit doll. That video, not mine, but the person that's featured in the video, was out probably about a month before I even saw it, and I actually found out about it in other Facebook groups where people discuss counterfeits. And when I saw who it was, I was like, well, you know, that person had, you know, kind of been at the receiving end. I had been at the receiving end of a lot of like lies and misinformation being spread directly from that person about me. So I kind of jumped on it. I thought it was kind of funny to make fun of the sniffing. Now, somebody felt that was actually bullying. Let me tell you something. I'll tell you what bullying actually is. I have been like, people have contacted me all the way to my house without me having ever given them my address. There have been lots of videos. In fact, there's a channel that exists right now that has nothing but the entire channel is just dedicated to bullying me, bullying my friends, and all because we took a stand against counterfeits. Well, that and other things too. So there's been a channel, and I feel like, you know, if you're gonna have indignation about what you perceive as bullying, and then you go on to describe bullying as being a power dynamic, and you're saying that, you know, bullying occurs when somebody holds power over somebody that doesn't hold power, and that might be like one of the aspects or one of the qualifiers of bullying, then I would say in the years that my friends and I, and some of my artist friends and some of my sculptor friends have advocated against fakes, I'm just going to keep it specifically here on YouTube. If you're going to describe bullying as a power dynamic where one holds the power and the other one doesn't, then I think you're grossly mistaken. Because in fact, and it's really unfortunate, and we've discussed this here, we've discussed this on Facebook with other people. In fact, on YouTube specifically, one of the most popular channels on this platform actually, and it has Reborn in the title of, or not their title, the name of their channel, features a lot of counterfeits. They feature always talking about us, calling us names. Yes, it features a lot of counterfeit dolls, and they get thousands of views on those. They advocate for fakes. They have way more subscribers than I do. So just, from that perspective, where if you're describing bullying, if you're going to describe bullying as, a power dynamic of someone that holds more power and someone that holds less power, then I think you're wrong. Let's be true to what you're saying. There have been videos, lies, intentional lies, like disinformation spread about me, spread about my little world, when it comes to how we spoke out against counterfeits. No different than the people that are now jumping on the bandwagon, the anti-counterfeit bandwagon, no different than what they're doing now, posting on their community walls, making videos talking about it, posting on Instagram. No different. What we've done in all these years have been no different. I made that short with the sniffing as what people said about me, when they made videos making fun of me, that it was all tongue-in-cheek. But I have to admit that it was personal for me when I made that video, because in fact that person has spread disinformation about me when it came to the counterfeits, about me on this platform in general. So I had been on the receiving end of a lot of abuse from those people. So, and a lot of including that person, they supported people bullying me on my channel, to the point where one person who was not really mentally stable got my address, sent letters to my parents, found out my ex-husband's name, posted my ex-husband's name on their channel. So you have to understand where it's coming from before you make your opinion or try to make yourself heard on my channel by leaving your very misinformed comments. So I had to say something about it, because I just want to address, if you're, again, I want to reiterate for the last time, if you are describing bullying as a power dynamic of one person holding more power and the other one not having any, then you're describing the bullies here have actually been the people who own counterfeits, the channels with counterfeits, the advocates, the people who advocated for counterfeits. So you basically describe that power dynamic, because on YouTube as a whole, there are less and less people who show authentic dolls. Or there are even less and less people who, they may have authentic dolls on their channel, but they still support, inadvertently, they support the counterfeit community by supporting their friends who own counterfeits, or supporting their friends who advocate for counterfeits. So I just wanted to put that out there before we continue dressing. You guys can, discuss this here. I don't know, discuss it amongst yourselves, however you'd like. But let me read what Katie's saying. So sorry to ambush you guys with that, but I just had to get that off my chest. So sometimes we have a little bit of side chat, something on a side note besides just the dolls. And it happens because, this person who left the comment talks about wanting this community to be a safe place for everybody, wanting, for bullying not to exist on this platform, but completely I would be fine with your message if you are addressing this equally. You know, if you are also going after the people who have created channels to attack me, to attack my friends, which were the videos are far more, the posts, the videos and everything are far worse than the sniffing video. Okay, where I even, you know, I concealed the channel name. I didn't put their name out there. Hey, I've had my children's names put out there on people's community walls, my parents' home posted on people's community walls. I've had people that were mentally unstable try to send me letters here saying they were going to sue me by, you know, I don't know how, but just things. I just wish that people would see the whole picture before they leave comments like that. So my little one says people taking a stand against fakes on this platform are actually a minority here. No different than sculptors and artists talk about. Yeah. Yes, and Sally says, absolutely, Katie. Anyone who knows you and has followed you should be well aware of all you have been through. It's disgusting. And I want to give this person the benefit of the doubt. They probably are not aware of the bullying, the actual harassment, like terrifying, horrifying harassment all the way to my home, for, you know, and being on this platform and that horrifying harassment all the way to my home. So I'm going to give that person the benefit of the doubt, but I still have to address it. Because I just felt like their righteous indignation against bullying, it needs to be equal opportunity. If you're gonna spread the love, the bullying love, then you're gonna have to spread it equally, because and then you're just putting your foot in your mouth. So my little world says, on which planet is right to be almost afraid? On which planet is right to be almost afraid to take the higher moral ground? I mean, it's complete insanity. We have the exact same right to speak against fakes as others have the right to speak for them. And Katie says, I still have PTSD from what's been done to us. Yes. And even by that person who was featured in the video. So excuse me, that is not bullying. I could tell you and I can show you what bullying and harassment actually looks like. And then you can tell me what you think then. But until you start spreading that equal opportunity indignation, self-righteous indignation about bullying, I don't think you should probably be saying anything about it at all. There's always the big picture. There's always a lot of moving parts and a lot of things going on. We advocated against counterfeits for a long time on this platform, no differently than the people that are advocating for it now, against it now, are doing, no different. But the thing is that we found there is a hostility on YouTube that you don't really see on Facebook or on Instagram, because I think that honestly, I mean, I know that it's easy to have some anonymity on Facebook. It's probably easy to have anonymity on Instagram as well, but but you can block people on those platforms. Because this is an entertainment platform, you don't have the same ability to block people from seeing you at all. So on Facebook, when it comes to harassment or when it comes to talking about the counterfeit issue, there really isn't that anonymity. So people are not as aggressive. They don't go after you personally. You know, it's a little bit different dynamic that exists here on YouTube because of the anonymity here. So, yeah, I think that might be all I wanted to say on that. But you may not like that I was, you know, making fun of somebody's sniffing after this. See, this person intentionally made this video after we had been talking about counterfeits and the toxicity of counterfeits, which honestly, I'm just repeating what sculptors like Ping Lao have said. and a lot of other sculptors in this community have talked about, and I am just repeating what they've been saying in regards to the toxicity of counterfeits. But, you know, so when this person came out and did the sniffing test as proof of its non-existent toxicity, I mean, it's actually just comical, okay? So, and we may not find the same things funny. We may not find the same things funny. Now, if I had continued to visit this person's channel, I'm not even subscribed to them, by the way, I haven't been for years. If I'd continued to subscribe to this channel, or if I was pursuing them on other social media platforms, or if I had continued making videos about them, then I could say, you know what, that's kind of enough. Like you went too far. Why don't you just leave that person? So they made a mistake, or so they looked a little bit silly, you know, sniffing counterfeit dolls, you know, to give it their stamp of approval. Then I could understand your indignation. But if this was just one video, so it now sounds like I'm trying to rationalize it. I thought it was funny. A lot of other people thought it was funny. It's not bullying because I didn't chase her all the way down to her house. I didn't put her name. And yeah. Yeah, I know. I get it too. In fact, that channel that that the person that I mentioned had, you know, sent me letters, found out where Katie lived, found out all of Katie's houses, and sent mail, like these threatening letters to our houses, without us ever having given them our address. That person, you know, I had PTSD from that person for a long time. It was like totally foreign to me. I would never do something like that to anyone. Never have, never would. In fact, when it happened to us, when it was happening to us on this platform, to our doorstep, I mean, some people just want to get real life with you. They want, you know, when it was happening to us, I seriously was like, I was shocked at the whole thing because it wasn't my world. It wasn't something that I like understood. But I guess, you know, that person was kind of a veteran by that time of YouTube. So they were used to circulating, you know, causing havoc in different communities and latching on to people and getting obsessed and stuff. But it was completely foreign to me. I still will advocate against fakes. Do I usually make fun of people when I do that? No, I don't. Do I make fun of them behind their backs in private with my friends? I probably do, because I want to know who here has never privately shared something with somebody that you met in this community that, you know, that you would never say publicly, right? I don't think anybody is innocent of that. So, yeah, down to bothering our family members. Now that is true bullying. That is true harassment. When you have to contact the police in their country, I don't even want to go too far deep into that. I'm just saying that I have experienced true bullying and harassment on this platform. It might behoove you, before you make your judgments, to look into that, or not, you know, or don't, or maybe just reserve your opinion for what you have conveniently constructed as your belief of bullying, and, you know, just hold it back a little bit. So, anyway, that's what I wanted to say about that. And then I wanted to move on to changing the doll, and also talking about some other things. Like, I don't even know if I want to bring up the other thing now. I'm thinking about it. So let me just think about if I want to bring it up or not, because it's kind of like already passé. But the whole, okay, I'll just talk about it so we can have something to talk about. So there was that whole situation with those paints. You guys all know, and I talked about it on my channel on my last live stream. There, the whole situation with the Genesis heat paints, and you know, and everybody was in this mad rush, panicked rush to find something. So distributors were trying to find something that they can distribute, you know, and that other artist can use. And we all got so used to using, everybody got so used to using Genesis that people were worried, okay? And I don't blame them. Artists were worried. People were worried that they were going to have to learn to paint another way. But that whole situation happened. That person actually has the, I think the only thing I wanted to say about that was that although you guys saw what the big deal was, you know, so they decided, the distributors decided to part ways for mostly because that creator of that mix of paints for heat dry paints was advocating and painting fakes. I don't know, 2 years ago, recently. I don't know specifically, like she says it wasn't for a while. Some people say that she had been painting them up until just recently, which is fine. You know, it's a no-no in my book, either way, whether it was 2 years ago. I mean, if it was 2 years ago and she changed her ways and she was like really like did a complete 180, I would understand. But the shame, I posted about this on my wall. The sad thing about it is that this person was probably a little bit short-sighted when it came to what she was, you know, what basically what, I don't want to say invented, but what she was what she had kind of discovered with the paints and what she could do and stuff, and probably never imagined that distributors in the Reborn community, in the Reborn hobby, would be interested in what she had in a real serious business way. So that's what I'm saying, that, you know, whether she was short-sighted on that, it was sad because advocating for fakes in the Reborn community, and I guess we all witnessed from seeing what happened to this lady, the counterfeit market, the counterfeiters in China weren't going to bank on her product because they don't want to share profits with anybody. They don't want to pay for invention. They don't want to pay for upstart, you know, what it costs to pay a creator, whether you're a sculptor, whether you came up with some fantastic, you know, combination of paints. They don't want to pay for that. But who is going to bank on you is going to be the real Reborn community. Distributors like Trueborn, distributors like, you know, McPherson's, just to name two. So, because I can't remember the names of the distributors in Mexico and stuff and some other places. So, you know, it was just a little short-sighted of her to be such a vocal advocate, and it's such a shame, you know, for fakes, just to find, you know, whatever, like a couple months, a couple years down the road, for it to come back to haunt her. And for it to be enough for, you know, distributors to not want to stock her product because, like I said, you know, they didn't want the stigma of what she represented, even if it was just a year ago, 2 months ago, 6 months ago, whenever it was. But I watched her video. She actually made a video a couple days ago, and I'm fluent in Spanish, and there are certain little things that you're not going to understand. Google Translate is just never going to understand. It's the way we use words, not just in Spanish, we do it in English too. They can mean, the meaning of it, you can change the meaning of a word in the context that you present it. So a lot of the things that she wrote and she was saying kind of took a different meaning when in the context that she's using it in. So I watched her video, and from what I gathered too, besides just the whole counterfeit thing, I think that she had some other like drama. I hate that word, but she had some conflict with other people in the Latin American and Spanish and, you know, Spain and Latin America. She had some type of conflict with some of the other, you know, distributors and artists and then whatever have you, people that do things that they're not just collectors like me, they're actually people, artists and stuff, that she had in the community, that just pretty much tainted any kind of business deal that she was going to be doing with anybody else in the community. So although it was very apparent that the whole thing with the advocating for counterfeits was a huge deal, there was also a lot of I don't know if you guys want me to tell you what I understood from it. I guess I'll just spit it out. Okay, so it was my understanding that there was some other conflict that she had with her peers, either people that paint, distributors, where she felt that her product was being copied and stolen from her mix, her invention, if you would, you know, her recipe, if you would, was being stolen. She felt that people stole her idea and then went on to package it, market, and try to sell it to other distributors. So there's that. So on one end, you have the whole counterfeit. She was an advocate for counterfeits, even though she said she was no longer painting counterfeits. There was that whole thing, but then there was a whole other side drama going on. And I think that was just the nail in the coffin for her. It was just tainted in too much. Can somebody just tell me another word for drama? It was tainted with too much turmoil, too many. I can't think of another word right now. But yeah, so it was just kind of a whole tainted deal going on. So it was a no-go. But isn't that sad? Isn't that kind of sad? Like, what I mean sad is I think everyone can kind of learn from this experience that she had, especially when it comes to the whole counterfeit aspect of it. I think that the lesson learned here is that the counterfeit market isn't going, those Chinese manufacturers making counterfeits, they're not going to bank on your creativity. You want to be somebody in this community, you want to be looked up to in this community, you want to do business in this community, the ones that are going to be banking on you are okay. I can just tell you right now, the counterfeit markets are not going to bank on you. They don't even want to pay you for your invention, for your creativity. But who is going to put their money where their mouth is going to be the distributors, the producers that, you know, that put their money down because they believe in you as a sculptor, they believe in you as an artist. Those are the people that are going to bank on you. So it's kind of that saying, don't bite the hand that feeds you kind of thing. Okay, so it was funny because it was utterly ridiculous. Yeah, yes, it was. The whole sniffing video was just utterly ridiculous. I agree. I don't know. I'm not trying to rationalize it. It is what it is. I made fun of her and that's it, you know? I made fun of her once and that's it. But she trashed me all over YouTube and every opportunity she had. So My Little One says, I don't understand the artist deciding to stigmatize their name forever just to save what? $70? The fake kits go from 35 to 65 versus authentic 109 to 119. So your dignity and your name is worth $70. Yeah. It's very short-sighted. She was very short-sighted in her decision. So honestly, makes no sense to me to jeopardize the whole career for literally a couple of bucks. Her case is a prime example for tainting her name forever, despite her deciding to go a different direction in the end. Yeah, it's really sad. Yeah, I mean, did I miss your comment here? I don't understand artists. Okay, no, I already read that one. So anyways, so let me put this on him. So I got his little name put on here. This is like it's not coming like up really good here because I have dim lighting, but this is, gosh, what color is it? I'd say it's more like an army green. Yeah. Or maybe, yeah, just army green. It's because you could see these are two different greens. So, but oh well, c'est la vie. It's so cute. It has the little buttons right there too. Moss green. See, this one said it was moss green. I thought this was moss green too, but look. So whatever. When you're ordering things online, you just never know exactly on the colors. I love having these little knits for my babies. Let me just... I gotta be extra. I can't just be the whatchamacallit. I just love having things, especially when I know a doll's going to be in my collection either forever, or it's going to be in my collection for a long time. Then I don't mind getting them like the special things with their names on it. I've done it for a long time. So I don't know if I want to keep the pacifier, but maybe I will just for right now. And I know I brought, these ones are so big. Wish I had, oh, these ones, oh, there's actually 4 petite ones in here. Well, which ones are the petite? Ah, I found it. Oh, this might be too small actually. Oh, I just realized something. 7 medium. Where are the mediums? Sorry, I'm looking for, okay, so these ones must be the large. That's large, this is medium. Okay, so this, I bought these because Katie from My Little World turned me on to this. Kind of a quicker way to cover your doll's hair, to protect your doll's hair. These little bowl covers. And I just realized something because I don't read. This has 4 small petite, 7 medium, and 6 large. So it does have the small ones for like your preemie size head. I think the small one's going to be too small for his head. So I will save that one for, I have a preemie coming and I don't know when she's going to get here, like forever and a day. It's been forever and a day. I have some gray booties with like foxes on them, but I'm not going to put it on with this outfit. But yeah, I don't have any fox. I got some little, I have like 2 sets of little fox boots. but one of them, I can't find the other boot. I have to really look for it. And then I ordered some other ones that are gray, but I think I'll save those for like a more, I don't think they'll go with the whole green thing that I'm doing, but I think I'm going to save those for maybe another sleeper or some coverall. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when I feel like doing that one. Yeah. Okay, so let's put this on. So yeah, Katie turned me on to these little things. They're a lot less cumbersome than, you know, trying to use cling wrap. I got these at Dollar Tree. So sometimes they're a little bit funky too, but I'm going to be covering his ear. So we'll just do that. And let's see, this is going to be the first time I'm trying this hat on any of them. So I got this, I was getting prepared for my like cold weather. And I bought this knit hat. I bought another one too. I just don't remember what color it is. I think I bought that one. Oh shoot. I forgot. I was gonna put the other one on for like Halloween. And I didn't want to have to change. Oh well, I'm already in. I completely forgot that I was gonna do this one probably later, and I had another outfit with a nice cute hat, but oh well. We're doing it now. It's happening. It's happening. Maybe I should put the little one on him. Let me try the little, because even the medium, I just feel like that's just going to be weird. Never mind. Never mind. It's just going to be a little bit weird there. See, I don't know how far down. See, maybe I should try the little one. There we go. I'm going to have to tuck this in a little bit. Okay, so, oh yeah, you can really tell the difference in the green. Oh well, it's okay. You still look cute. I like that little poofy thing there. Yeah, they do. I just saw, because I bought these and I bought another knit set, and then I saw this set. Oh, Sally's saying she just loves the furry ball on the top. It's cute, right? A lot of stores now, I know one of the first ones I bought at Bye Bye Baby. But if you're looking for like a particular color, your best bet's probably going to be Etsy, because you know you have people that'll just make anything for you in any color that you want. But you can find little hats like this. The first hat that I found like this a couple years ago was at Bye Bye Baby, and it has a little mink. What is this? Little bunny tail, mink tail. I don't know what to call it. The little pom-pom, furry pom-pom at the top. I found that one at Bye Bye Baby, but I think that I think it was Walmart online, but I haven't really popped in. When I go inside Walmart, which is like very rare, what I usually don't find, it's pretty bare. It's pretty bare there. Like there's nothing in the store. There's not enough. But I do believe that I saw something. I think it was either Walmart or Carter's. So if you guys are looking for, like, you're gonna have to get on it now, because they're gonna be like running out of them. But I think I saw something similar. It may not have like the fluffy like fur, but it may have just the pom-pom like yarn, and they're still really cute. at Carter's, and I believe on Walmart, but online. I have to open my window. It's kind of warm in here. So there's that. But I'm a little bit disappointed that the hat is just that it doesn't match, that we have two different shades of green. But well, maybe I should just leave that right there, because you guys see that pretty well there. Yeah, I'm not really liking the green. Like, I feel like this shade overpowers this. I might have to dig something else up in white to match this, but I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. Sally says they have them at H&M. So maybe I'll look there. Oh, thank you, Jackie. Yes, they're really cute. Sally says at H&M. Like I said before, it was kind of hard to find them, at least in my parts. It was kind of hard to find them like 2 years ago, but a lot of stores have them. Some of them are pricier though. So you have to kind of shop around, look for one that would be more to, you know, with a price that you're going to like. Or just go all in and just have one made at whatever price you can find on Etsy, because Etsy tends to have pretty pricey things. So, but again, it's not cheap stuff made in China. So you're paying a small business. So, so there's that. And if you want to keep finding cute stuff on Etsy, you're going to have to pay the price to keep those people in business, or they're going to pack it in, they're going to pack up and leave, and it'll just make it harder for us. So what you laughing about? Me trying to rationalize buying expensive things here? So there's that, but I'm not so sure how I'm feeling about this color. Now that I see him on, I see it on him. It's like too bright. It's more of like he looks like a raver. It's like raver green. Whatever green that is. I'm not sure if I like it. Oh, I'm gonna be, because Katie, okay, I've been saying this for the longest time, but I'm actually gonna do it. Oh no, I can't. Dang it. I'm gonna do it on Sunday. On Sunday, on my Instagram selling page, which is Hygge. It's HYGGE. I don't remember if there's an underscore. HYGGETYGGE. Okay, you can find it. I'm in a list because I was feeling so overwhelmed by the idea, by the task of having to do another sell, that I've been procrastinating. I've been putting it off because I don't want to get on there and list 100 things and have to ship out a bunch of stuff. And so Katie came up with the most brilliant idea for me, because she just recently had a sale at her Instagram selling store, which Katie, feel free to link that here. I don't know if she has anything left there, but she might. But I will be putting a few things up for sale. So this is what Katie came up with. We were talking about this. She tells me that maybe I should just list like 15 things. That's it. And then in 2 weeks, list another 15 things. I have to change the way I do things there. I no longer am going to be invoicing people because PayPal is on to everybody. So Katie had a whole situation happen with her with PayPal. I won't get into the long thing about it because, you know, maybe she'll want me to talk about it. But PayPal is getting weird. So with their regulations, their taxing, and I used to always be just fine with invoicing people. And I didn't mind paying the fee. Sometimes I took a loss, even though I was paying the fee. I have to turn this light off. It's like too hot. Sometimes I was fine with it, you know, just as long as I got rid of what I needed to get rid of because it just was just overwhelming and I needed to sell things. But anyway, so that's why I'm going to only be doing friends and family, PayPal friends and family. I'm even considering doing Venmo. So I might be offering that way as another way to pay is Venmo, but I'll decide by Sunday. But I am going to be listing some really adorable things. In fact, maybe I should show you guys a little teaser of what I'm going to be offering or what it's going to look like. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a little tease. I have this thing about buying things on Etsy that are handmade, and I know it's not the season, but you can enjoy it anytime if you live in California. But so this is a little tease. I have this adorable bubble romper. It is a newborn size. It is handmade. It is completely one of a kind. You will never find it anywhere else. Oop. It's I mean, this is like chef's kiss craftsmanship, okay? It's got buttons down the back. It is a seersucker gingham, or what would you call this? I don't know if that's gingham or just tiny little gingham boxes, tiny little gingham. Sailor, not embroidered, crocheted little sailboats. Those are crocheted tiny little sailboats. So that's a tease. I am unloading some things that I just thought I would never sell, but I'm kind of moving away from a certain style and trying to go in another direction, I guess. So that's what's going to be on there. Oh, thank you so much. Little Treasures in the UK has several styles and colors. Thank you. I'll look in there. I'll look there. Oh, feel free. Okay, so the PayPal situation, she's saying it was a total nightmare. So, long story short, they have some type, and correct me if I'm not telling this completely right, but it sounds to me they have some type of threshold of how much you can sell. And you guys, they froze, and then how much they will allow. Oh, did it have to do with the shipping? I think you're going to be able to tell it better. I think you're going to be able to tell it better because I'm already forgetting kind of. All I know is that it had to do with how much you can sell, and you had to verify by, I don't remember. See, I'm going to tell it all wrong. At the end of the day, PayPal froze her account. She couldn't access anything out of there, and it was ridiculous. So she had to find a way around in order to be able to access her money. And she needed to use an old account that she was no longer using on PayPal. She needed to refund everybody, even though this was on the total honor system with people, great people that shop at our stores, on good faith. She had to refund everybody, even though they received their items, in order for them to pay friends and family. And because of PayPal's new policies on invoicing and taxing and that, something like that. So that's the gist of it. It's getting wild and crazy over there. I don't know if Venmo will be a better option for us. I might try Venmo. I'm thinking of offering it that way as well with Venmo. So, but I am going to put about 15, maybe 20 things, not too much stuff up on my sell account. And I'm going to adjust the price. So you'll probably get it for a little bit cheaper now that I don't have to factor in what I get charged for invoicing, because when I invoice, I have to pay a fee. So so here, Okay, so that they have the new regulations about the limits. You have to show all sources for used clothes. Insane. So you have to show all sources. What do you mean? What sources? Like where you, can you expand on that? So Sally says the whole deal Katie went through with PayPal scared me to death. Me too. I was just about ready to list my whole vintage collection when that happened. Now I'm not sure about selling online. Yeah, that's another reason why I kind of been hesitating too, besides the fact that I'm a big, huge procrastinator when it comes to selling on my account now. But that was kind of the reason why. I was just kind of iffy, like, what are we gonna do? So gosh, I'm really not liking that hat. Dang it. Why did this happen to me? I have no idea where my other hat is at. So I don't like this color. I might sell this one too and just go and buy another hat. I'm just not really liking that color. Okay, so My Little World is recommending that Sally just ask for friends and family payments. They cannot say a word about those. Where I bought the clothes I was selling on Instagram, ridiculous. Oh, they wanted her to report, like, they wanted to be linked somehow to our Instagram stores and all this stuff, where your storefront was at. So no, it just got, that's what I remember now. It just got way too invasive, like into your personal business. And this is like, I mean, basically we're selling things. It's, for me, I treat it professionally as possible in my store, but it's also like a yard sale to me. So I did invoicing because it was an easier way for me to keep track of things. And I always did enter like tracking and stuff. But I am afraid that if I sell more dolls or I do something that it puts me over this threshold, that they're going to freeze my account. So, and if you're selling and you need the money to buy another doll, then you're kind of out of luck there. Or you're going to be scrambling like poor Katie had to. And I've been paying taxes and never had one problem throughout the 17 years in that account. Yeah, I mean, we pay our taxes on there. They collect their fee. Not only, I mean, we pay tax. So you pay taxes if you sell a certain amount. You get a tax form that you have to include and report to the IRS. And on top of that, they get their fee. They get their piece of whatever you sell. So now it's just become way too invasive. So I might do some Venmo. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see how Venmo is. We use Venmo for everything, like at my daughter's school, like for like uniforms or whatever it is, we have to pay for like a bus, or we have to pay for the banquets, that we have for water polo. And parents, we all use Venmo. That's the way you either bring cash, or who has time to be going to the bank in cash, or we just do a lot of transactions through Venmo. So I'm thinking that might be the way to go. I just don't know how many people are using Venmo. Everybody's so used to using PayPal. So no invoicing. I always use invoicing when selling kits or dolls while they're really getting totally out of control. Yeah, so me too. And I like invoicing. I know I take a hit, I have to pay a fee, and then I have to pay my taxes. But the thing with the invoicing for me really was primarily because it helped keep everything organized for me. I had, addresses right away, like the addresses, and it kind of protected me because, it just protected me because I would just ship to that address. There was no discrepancies. There was no, trying to chase down an address from a buyer or anything like that. So it just kept things a lot more organized for me. It was easier. But we have to change our ways. It's somewhat hit their algorithm. Oh, they asked me to link my social media where I was listing items. What do you mean, what algorithm? Okay, so the jury is in. I don't like this hat with this outfit. I don't like this color. Otherwise it would look really cute, but the color is just like, no, it's just not working for me. I don't know if I should take it off or not. I think if I don't like it, I'm just going to not put a ring on it and just take that off. Look at that. His hair is perfectly preserved. I don't know where I have another hat, so that's that for the hats. There you have it. So we got to come up with something else. So I'm going to shift this little guy out, and I'm going to bring in, ooh, you know what? I'm going to bring in my Scarlet. And I want to talk a little bit about some silicone. I've been watching, hang on, let me just put this baby over here. Okay, so before I start talking about silicones, I've been watching The Boys, and I keep bugging everybody to watch The Boys. I don't know how long that show's been out for, but there was 3 seasons already, so I got lucky. I got to watch 3 seasons for like the past week and a half or so, or 2 weeks. Or maybe it was just a week actually since I started watching it. Yeah, thank you. I think he's much better without that hat. I don't like that, that green. You could see that it was bright green, right? It's like it was just, it wasn't going with this. The good thing, the bodysuit kind of holds its own, but yeah. I just wasn't liking it. Now I'm gonna have to go find another one. So anyways, I've been watching The Boys, and it's so good. I really like that show. I'm not like this huge, like, this person that's like really into like superheroes and stuff, but I like the whole concept that they came up with, where spoiler alerts here, okay? If you don't want to be, or if you plan on never watching it, it doesn't matter. But the whole premise is that superheroes are actually a-holes. They're not very nice people. So they're not very nice. They actually they embody more of the villain characteristics, and it makes for really good and interesting things to happen. So I liked it. And season 3, part of season 3, I don't know how many episodes, I think it's actually a theme throughout season 3, is they introduce this character, and spoiler alert, they introduced a character called Soldier Boy, and this is the reason why, like, it first sparked my interest anyway. But it's Jensen Ackles from Supernatural. He plays a important part of season 3. So that's why I was interested in the first place, because he played like a huge part in season 3. So I was watching it. It's really good. I think it's well written. On a scale to Game of Thrones is still the best. Breaking Bad is still really like my favorite. But that, and I've been watching uh, House of Dragons. I don't know if anyone else is watching it. It's pretty good. I mean, I could do without some of the incest. all of the, let's just put, I could do without all of the incest in House of Dragons, but I mean, it's still a good story. And I guess in context, it's not gratuitous, you know? Like I kind of remember Game of Thrones, like some of the nudity and like some of the sex in it, like was kind of gratuitous, but I was like, okay, you know. But and then the writing just overpowered, the story overpowered anything that I might have like thought was a little bit too much. But with the House of Dragons, I think I'm feeling the same way. I'm like, okay, the writing's good, the story's going somewhere, it's good. So yeah, so I've been watching that. No, I'm not DC Marvel. I don't even know where to begin. I think I've watched like sporadically here and there, like some, I don't even know who's DC Marvel and what's the other comic or heroes, whatever, like don't they have like two different separate, I don't know, whatever. I don't know. And I always ask my daughter, like one of my daughters who's into like all of them, she started watching all of them like beginning to end, different storylines of different heroes and stuff. And I'm like, it's too overwhelming. I don't even know where to begin, because you know how they have the whole like all the heroes end up going into one movie together, and it's like, I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't even know where to begin with those. But I'm really liking The Boys. It's really good. It's really good. So I was originally going to put this, we're going to move some of the Fox stuff out here. I put this outfit on a lot of babies. But then I think I want to try something. I'm going to try this on him. It might be a little bit baggy. Oh, I hope I didn't put I think I might have put, oh no, I did put it away. Or maybe I didn't. I'm looking for his body plate. I had it out, oh no, it's right here. Oh no, this isn't his. Okay, we'll use this one anyway. We'll just use this one, because I don't know. His body plate I use a lot on the other dolls because I like the way the belly button is. But the one that I have close to me right now is this one. So I'm going to use this one. And we're just going to put a sleeper on him. And I don't know how to describe this color. Tan-ish, something like that. It's a footed sleeper. I don't know. Let me see. This is one of those long haul lives because we're over an hour. Okay. So let's put one of these. Okay, he's got one of the bulkier diapers on. So I thought about putting this on him because he's still kind of would be still cozy in this. But I want to play around a little bit with the body plate. Though this one's not exactly my favorite body plate, because just depends on what you're putting on them. Like it depends what I'm going to put on the doll, how I determine what body plate. You know what? And I might not even put that on him. Let me see if I can find the other for a sec. Oh, maybe I can. I think this one might be too small. I'm looking for, I have another similar sleeper to this one, but in white, and it's in one size smaller, because that one is 0 to 3. This one is a newborn size, but this one is a completely different brand. It's Petit Bateau. But the idea that I'm going with here is the one where, you know, I have his little chest open, hence this is why body plates are fun. I especially like seeing him like that. This isn't the one that was made for him, but I think I put his away where it's not easily accessible right now. So I won't, I'm just gonna look really quick here to see if I can find the Bonzi sleeper. The one, the white one. So let me see. But yeah, that's what I've been watching. I got to catch up with The Handmaid's Tale. And I saw that there's like a few shows. I'm not finding it right away, but I'm gonna look in one more drawer here. Oh, darn it. Let me look in one more place. You guys don't mind hanging around, do you? This is what we do. Sometimes it's fun for me to do it live and see who hangs out and who comes by, instead of doing it by myself. No. I know I didn't sell it. Oh, I'm hoping I find it because it's really cute, and I think the white is actually gonna look nicer, but no luck. One more place. All right. Since I cannot find it, we're just gonna, the show must go on. This is what happens when you put things away too good. Or no, I'm lying. This is what happens when you have too much stuff. That's what's happening here. Too much. Okay, so we'll just put this one in the 0 to 3. I think it'll work just fine. Okay, I surrender. I was gonna try to see if, okay, so this one actually might fit him better. He could sometimes get away with this size, but he has a really bulky diaper on, and I don't plan on changing him out of this. So we're just gonna go with the 0 to 3. I do apologize for all that rummaging and no real conversation, but you're excited by Yellowstone. You know, I tried to watch that. I think it was by your recommendation, and I couldn't get into it. I barely finished the first episode, even though I think Kevin Costner is really cute. He is eye candy. He's still good looking. I don't know how old he is now, but he is good looking. He's a good looking man. I couldn't get into that one. Maybe I have to give it a chance. Maybe I have to give it a second chance. Oh, this actually is not too bad on him. I thought it was just going to be too big. So this is an interesting sleeper. They make them to make it easy for, especially like for bonding in the hospital, like the skin on skin bonding. So it makes it easier for you to just open up. Like I'll show you what it looks like closed. I hope that's coming over well on camera. So yeah, it's a little bit bigger, but he's got a nice bulky diaper on that kind of fills in anything, and sometimes a little slightly bigger is all right. Biscuit color. Oh wait, let me see what you're saying here. Yes, it was so neat and organized, and tracking always uploaded by PayPal shipping station. Yeah. Hang on, I'm just moving something. Let me read your comments. Sally says, much better without the hat. He's adorable, and you could see the bright. Oh yeah, I already read that. You're turning into a Marvel girl. The one I watched was old Superman and Venom. Oh, I watched Venom too. The other, like parts of it. I like that because Tom Hardy's, yeah, he's a babe. Only because of Tom Hardy. I think that's the appeal to me for that one too. Like if Tom Hardy's in something, I'll watch it. I even like him in Peaky Blinders, where he's got that full-on beard and just, yeah, all scruffy looking. He is just, he's a little dreamboat. Sally says, I do the same thing, but I do have too much stuff, and sometimes I find something I forgot. I even purchased, yeah, me too. I'm like the queen, and then you don't use it for the longest time. I'm pathetic when it comes to baby clothes. Do you like that color? It's nice, right? I don't know what it's called. Katie thinks that it might be biscuit. I'm not sure. Oh my God, Katie. You know how we ordered our knits and we wanted it in that biscuit color? Anyway, I have to say this. I ordered something and one of the options was this shade called biscuit, and then I saw somebody else's listing on something else that was knit, and their biscuit was a pinkish, like a very, very pale pinkish tone. So it made me worried. I'm like, is this gonna be like the neon green hat all over again? Like I'm not gonna be able to tell. Like I can't tell on the screen the exact tone that it is. So whatever, I just hope it's not pink or pinkish. So I'm a little bit scared about that right now. Yes, it looks really nice on him for whatever. I don't know, it looks different to the naked eye than it does. There's this bunny. Okay, so we're gonna put the belly plates on this guy. This isn't the belly plate that was painted for him. Oh, his belly plate would be so much better. Where did I put it? I'm gonna attempt to find that thing here somewhere. I just had it out the other day because I recently took a picture of Matthias in it. Where did I put that belly plate? My goodness, what am I like? Oh, belly plate, where the heck are you? Where are you? Did I put you away? Belly plates. I'm so annoyed right now with myself because I don't know where I put his dang belly plate. I swear I just had that one too. I swear, my niece, my witness. Okay, well, I give up. I found other things that I'm not looking for, like this bottle right here. Let's get everything you're not looking for out. This is, oh, I found it. See, this is what happens when you decide that there's going to be a new place for what you're looking for. Let's try them both, okay? So there's this one. I gotta soak these diapers in some OxyClean because they're looking a little dingy. A little dinge. Oh, that might just work. That might work. But sorry about all that rummaging. What am I like? There we go. So the Bonzi, look at that. This is a bonding sleeper. So it's intended for newborns. We need a little bonding, skin on skin bonding, which is supposed to be healthy mentally and help the baby thrive. So this looks a little weird right here around his neck, but there you go. That doesn't look too bad. If I just had better lighting. His is a lot bigger. The difference between his belly plate and this one, I like the way this one looks, and I like all of the, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but you see all this sculpting here, like a little bit of a rib sculpting, rib cage. Also, these are smaller. He doesn't have any moobs, some man boobs. But the one that his kit came with when I bought it is actually this one here. It's a little bit different. He's chubbier. He has a little bit more what I call moobs, little man boobs. Non-gendered plate. And it's actually bigger. Will you guys chilly? I know. Well, I can do this, but for pictures. And I said I was going to talk about silicones, but I might talk about that another time. Although, look at that. That's how we do. That is what we do. Okay, so that is the one of. Oh my gosh, he looks so cute. Oh my god. Do you guys think the price of vinyls are just, with the way the price of the vinyls are, if you're still buying vinyls, and I know that you're still going to be able to like buy Reborn vinyls at below $1,000, but with so many artists asking for above 800, I mean, I think even like 1,000 and above 1,000 these days. And I remember Serenity said this a long time ago, years ago, where, you know, she was feeling like the prices already were going up back then, and they were. But like, seriously, like, I don't know how many more vinyls I am interested in buying. And I'm also kind of grateful that I haven't really been seeing any vinyls that I'm like, oh my gosh, I really want to buy in newborn size, because some of the toddleresque ones coming out are cute, but I haven't really seen any newborns, vinyl Reborns that I'm just, you know, really into, want to buy, want to find someone to custom it, or want to buy the prototype of it. And which is kind of a good thing for me, but because the prices of the Reborn vinyls have just gotten where they're the same as silicones. So I'm just like, and I've been seeing a lot of silicones that I like, and I'm really gravitating towards silicone more. Although that's not to say that you can't enjoy, look at, I'm totally, completely 100% enjoying this with the belly plates and everything. I don't feel limited. Like, I don't feel like the Reborns are limited. They all have, you know, silicone and Reborns have their pros and cons both. I mean, even silicone has its limitations, but you can still have just as much fun in photography, you know, photographing a vinyl doll. If you get a belly plate, you can totally make them look like, I would find a more clever way to hide this little gap right there. But we're going to try the other one on. But I just feel like the prices right now, like, I don't want to pay for a vinyl what I could pay for a full body silicone. That's where I'm at. That's like really where I'm at right now. You love that chubby one with the baby boobs. The moobs, yeah, baby boobs. The bay boobs. Do you like that? I wanted to put the white one on, but I think, you know what? I like this color too, but I'm going to try the other one. And then My Little World says, vinyl prices gone insane. I'm ashamed to even think how much I paid for my 2 last prototypes. Not sure I want to support this gouging anymore. Yeah. It's pretty crazy because we can't resell them. I'm sorry, you can't resell them for what you paid for, what you paid for them. I don't care whose name is on it. You can't resell it. Nothing's forever here. I have my forever sculpts, don't get me wrong, but any one of these dolls that I have could be on the chopping block if something else, you know, tickles my fancy. You know, I mean, nobody's safe. It's the Game of Thrones around here. Anybody can be Sean Beaned out of here. Okay, it's just not. This is the one that was painted with him, for him. The one with the moobs, the baby boobs. Okay, that looks a little weird right there. Let me see if I can, but I just feel like it's a little crazy out there with the price of Reborns costing the same as full body silicones, and I'm not into it. I don't know why there's that huge, I mean, why the market has gone that way. That looks so weird. You know, usually in pictures, like from different angles, you can totally make something look different. Let me just lower this. I can make that look a little bit different. Just a little bit different, depending on the angle. Well, he looks weird there. We'll play around with the camera tomorrow. Upload some new pictures for Instagram. Because I need some new pictures up there. Look how cute this is. We'll put this little rattle right here. This is so funny. I'm not so sure I like that sculpting. Katie likes the chubs. Me, I'm not so sure. Oops, that looks a little weird right here. He's got a cute, Scarlett has an adorable double chin. So, but this is, I really like the painting on this one. I like this. I like that belly button. It's my preferred belly button shading. I actually think that detailed painted vinyls get more realistic on photos. Let's say Polo truly looks like a real baby in your on your photography. Thank you. I try my best. I try my best to get those good angles, but it's a shared labor to capture that realism, because I mean, the artist did amazing. I mean, even in this lighting, I feel like his coloring still looks pretty good. Paint me like your French girls. Jack. Resell is a A resell is a BITCH with overpriced Reborns. I lost so much money on my Maggie. The first plate fits better in this outfit. No, I think so too. I like the coloring on here. I mean, this, I love that. This is my favorite. I like a nice shaded, not that this one, I've shown these before. I don't really have a bunch of plates, but this one still, if you look very closely, I don't even know if you're gonna be able to see it. It has a little bit left of scabbing of the umbilical cord stump in there. Can you see it? It's right, it's in there. It's very subtle. So, but I like that one. I like it not so subtle. Come on. It's Mr. Thurston. Let's surround him with bunnies. I don't know if I should put, let me move the rattle. I always forget I have these little bunnies. He's surrounded by rodents. But I think I'm going to, and this one matches his coloring a little bit better. It's not something you can really tell on camera. It's more noticeable to the naked eye. There. It's still, the structure, I like the structure on this one. The sculpting on this one a lot better. Because I like his chest better. I like all the details of the sculpting right here. I mean, I'm running my finger over it, and we have, if you guys can see right there, that's not shading, that's actually like where his sternum would be, and a rib cage, his rib cage, a couple of ribs right there. You can feel it. You can feel it. So this one's still, you like that better? You can't, Katie, you can't even. The little bunnies, yeah. We're surrounding him in bunnies. I actually have one more, let's see, right here. He's surrounded in rodents. Somebody help my baby. He's being smothered in rodents. There's his bunnies. And I mean, Scarlett has bunny feet. I've always described his little feet because they're nice and beautiful and long. Scarlett has beautiful long feet, and they look like bunny feet to me. So, what can be more nothing more appropriate than. Here's his Soothie. Put that right there. Oh my goodness. Let's take a good look. Look at this guy. Just tuck that in. That bunny little face. There. So I hope you guys are having a relaxed, I know probably a good 15 minutes of this video is probably not so relaxed as me complaining and moaning. Me complaining about being wronged, but it is what it is. I got it off my chest, and I feel a lot better for doing so. After all, we're all here and we can give our opinions. So the fact that less experienced artists are charging nearly as much as a prototype and master artists is confusing. Selling a sold out limited edition kit and charging high prices is not right if the kit is not painted well. Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, I could totally understand what you're saying. I don't even know at what point is this inflation caused by outside factors? How much of it, is that? Or is this just some type of artificial? Because I saw this before the pandemic started happening, or is this some kind of artificial inflation that was kind of, I guess, how do I put this? It was kind of initiated by here's my economic TED talk, economics, okay, I'll pretend one. It was kind of, for me, like started or initiated with the very high auctions on eBay. When I first started seeing things as far as the prices and like Reborns going up, it kind of rationalized for less skilled or newer artists to charge a certain amount more than they would have a couple years ago. I understand, though, that's why I said I don't know how much of it is inflation and outside factors, because I do understand that cost of things have also gone up. So that factors into it. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not doing any type of research on it. I'm just talking in general terms, in layman terms. I don't know, but we see it. It doesn't bode well for collectors, people who strictly just buy, especially if you're the type of collector that changes over your collection often. I think that a lot of people who do that I've experienced it, but a lot of people who do that have experienced it, how difficult it is to sell, and you need to take a loss on what you paid. So my little world says, amen, Sally. Prices are already crashing. Most artists had a really hard time selling their last prototypes and had to lower the prices a few times. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. I'm trying to read this from far away. That's why I'm reading like a robot. Lower the prices a few times. In fact, Jacqueline Kramer had to go down almost 40% with one of her prototypes. That's one of her recent prototypes. We started noticing, I think it trickled up, because I think a lot of us collectors noticed it first. It impacted us first in the secondhand doll market, in the selling of our, pre-loved, pre-owned Reborns. It started with us, and it worked itself up. Now, I know there's prototype artists that are having a hard time selling their prototypes for what they used to sell them for before, and marking down just to make that sell. It could be, like I said, I don't know, but it could be, a lot of things can be factoring into the economy. People not making as much money or being more conservative when spending. This could be a result of the counterfeits sells and the counterfeit market boom, because there has been a boom. There is a counterfeit market boom, and it is people. Anyone who doesn't think it affects our secondhand sales and doesn't think it doesn't affect an artist's ability to sell a prototype, you have to take everything into consideration. And definitely, I would not rule out the counterfeit affecting everything here. Sorry, my daughter, I don't even know if you guys heard that. She came in. She didn't know I was live. And she walked in, and the first thing she did was burp when she came in. But I don't so I had it on mute. There I was on my high horse talking about things I don't know anything about, and then my child has to come in and burp. I don't believe it is outside factors. Vinyl kits have not increased that much. That's true. That's a very true observation there. I purchased supplies in anticipation I will paint again at some point, and until very recently, prices have not increased. That's true, though. I think you're right, Sally. Yeah. Um, Fakes are definitely taking sales from beginner artists. Yes. Yes, because I know that for a fact. That's so true, Katie. Yes, that's so true. But I like that. That's true. If you look at the cost, look, I like cup of noodles, okay? And they used to be like 34 cents. You know the little cup of noodles? 34 cents at my grocery store. I went the other day, I went grocery shopping last week, and I couldn't believe it. This is just an example of what I'm talking about. Like, they're 74 cents now. That's an up mark of, what is that, 40 cents? That's a lot. I mean, for the millions of cup of noodles, that's a big, that doesn't seem like a lot, but it is. So, but like Sally has just pointed out, a lot of, the outside things like groceries, gas, things like that, they've gone up. But the price of the kits haven't really gone up that much, if at all. Have they? Because I remember them being in the 109 range for the newborns for a while. So, yeah, I think that is very true, Sally. To be honest, I noticed the prices going up when the Russian artists started selling. They are totally worth it, but it raised the bar and everyone started charging 1,000, and it just kept going. That's interesting. My experience, or my observations with, like, in my experience with the Russian artists, believe it or not, guys, like, when I'm not going to say how much I paid and stuff, but one artist that's like now, she wasn't back when I was buying dolls from her, but she is now. Now she's an Iora master artist. She's a prototype artist. In fact, she made my Marcus kit by A.K. Kitagawa, And after she made that Marcus kit for me as a custom, I didn't pay very much for him because her prices were dirt cheap. I mean, I was like, there's just no, like, I wouldn't buy domestic because it was so much cheaper and so much more realistic to buy from Russian artists than it was to buy from domestic artists from, you know, from the US and Canada. And so what happened was she painted the custom of the AK Kitagawa kit for me, and right, like, boom, right after that it got featured by, you know, AK Kitagawa. She got her very first prototype, and it was an AK Kitagawa kit. The next doll that AK Kitagawa came out with, she gave her her very first prototype, and her prices were reasonable for a long time. In fact, I found more reasonable prices with Russians than I did with Spanish, Germans, other European artists. So my experience is a little bit different, but I feel like it did start in Europe when the auctions were going up so high, like 3-4 years ago, when they started going up really, really high. But yeah, and they're totally worth it, but everybody raised their prices after that. Because they kind of justified charging more. It almost kind of seems like it just justified charging more. I'm looking for my water. Where is my water? Right? It seems like that. I agree. Some of the Russian artists still are very reasonable. And again, most are fabulous artists, and you cannot beat their mohair. Yeah, their mohair is the best. Not all, though. Some of them do have. Some of them do. You can still get janky mohair from Eastern Europe, from Russia. But the majority will have. In fact, there is one artist that has the best mohair ever in the whole wide world. Daria. And I don't know how to say her last name, but her mohair is the best mohair in the whole wide world ever, hands down. It was the hair that I had on my Yannick. That was the best. It was so good. But yeah, I agree with you there. But Russians are definitely one of the cheapest these days, yeah, versus Spanish, German. Yeah, I have to agree with Katie there, because of the sanctions, because of what's going on over there right now. We know the conflict between Russia and the Ukraine. Right now, a lot of Russians are charging very low. I went ahead and bought some, but you know, people are a little bit afraid to buy from that region of the world. And I understand, it's understandable, because especially if you're trying to buy from Russians right now, you can't pay them because there is a huge boycott. Almost Etsy has boycotted Russians. You know, the PayPal has boycotted Russia, so you can't pay them. And as a result, they're charging less because it's become harder for them to move their inventory out, to move their art out. I'm waiting on a doll from that region of the world right now, and it's been almost a month, and I'm like, oh. And this is the kit, my Denver Rose kit, that was lost for like almost a whole year. I sent her the kit, and now I'm just waiting for that baby. I was hoping she was gonna get here sooner, but I've got stuff for her. I'm so excited. I can't wait to put these things on her. She's gonna look so adorable. Again, it's one of those kits for me that are just my forever kit. It's so upsetting that politics hurt art so much. Do not get me started. It's affecting art. It's affecting all kinds of, but it is. I mean, and I don't know. I don't see, I don't want to, I'm not going to get into that, but I even got myself a bottle of good wine to go with that video. Oh, you're waiting for my box opening? That one will be I will do a pre-recorded video for that one because I really love the kit and I really want to document it because it's one of my favorite kits ever. And it's worth documenting. Oh my goodness, doesn't Bolo just look so lovely? I just saw him in the camera. He looks so cute. Yeah. I can't do no wine. I'm a lightweight. Just give me a Moscato, a pink Moscato, and I'll be fine. So poor Katie, yeah, she's had to hear me moan and complain about that doll being lost. Oh my gosh. I actually stopped. I think I stopped after a while when it just seemed like I gave up. I completely gave up on the whole thing because I just never thought that she was going to get there. I never thought. I thought she was done. I thought she was probably blown up into little bits and pieces or something. I don't know. I just thought, you know, that the doll was, so I was like, okay, I was, you know, in the grand scheme of things, it's a vinyl doll, regardless or not that it was like sold out, limited edition, my favorite, whatever. When I put things in perspective with the conflict in that region of the world, I was like, well, whatever. It was disappointing, but there are worse things. There are worse things. So I had told that. So I'm just telling you my whole thought process of why I was like, whatever about it. I finally just, I gave up on it. So I was in a good place. It's been like a giraffe's pregnant. I think giraffes are pregnant for like 18 months or something. uh, I can't believe it either. I didn't get her back. It actually finally just got delivered to the artist after we both just were like, well, whatevs, right? C'est la vie, she's lost. You know what, guys? I feel like I should, okay, look at, I usually, like if I have, like, you know, my Tristan, my silicone. In fact, I'm gonna bring Tristan on. We're just gonna make this a long one, so incredibly long that no one's gonna want to watch this. So let me bring Tristan on. We're gonna put something on him. We're getting Tristan. That's not Tristan. I'm not sure that's Tristan. That is not. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I went and got Tristan. And we're just gonna move this little guy. We'll keep the bunnies. I think this is Tristan. Have him wrapped up. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Okay. So when it comes to shipping, you don't want to go cheap. Even though I've gone cheap before. But I didn't think, I mean, there were so many times that wait, I'm not sure which doll this is. Hold on. Yeah, this is Tristan. There were so many times that I went, you know, I paid the money for the, you know, expensive shipping, and it went off without a hitch, and I always felt like, oh, that's kind of a waste of money. But I never sent my silicone, like when I had to send him to have his paint issues addressed and fixed and everything. He looks cute like this. And I shipped him to Australia to have his paint, you know, fixed and his hair rerouted. And hold on, I'm gonna pick him up, and I'm going to take this blankie off. Oh, he smells so good. There we go. Okay, he's getting his hair done. So I shipped her first class, and I shipped my Denver Rose kit to Russia first class, and it took a year for her to get there. And this is like way before the, you know, explosive conflict where things really popped up. I mean, there were always like there was always problems in that region of the world anyway, but this is before this got escalated. So look at him. Look at Hims. He looks cute like this. Hims looks cute. Let me go up a little bit higher here so you guys can see him better. Okay, so where was I? Let me read it. It's amazing you finally got her. I'm having a good time here. I'm glad. I know it's kind of like, dragged out. If she's lost again, I do have the kit. Yes, do you? Do I have another? Oh no, I don't have a blank. I don't. That was a whole other fiasco, which I can't even talk about here. I don't know if I can't ever talk about it, but things happen. So anyway, so if it's been a while since us girls had a virtual meetup here. I feel like I have missed so much these last 2 months. I just finally finished my antibiotics, so I may crack my red wine bottle and we can chat here. Maybe I should start drinking. I love Tristan Sculpt too. Me too. And you know, so many people made fun of this sculpt here. You want to talk about bullying? You want to talk about bullying people? So many people made fun of this sculpt. It was awful. And I'm trying to figure out what I want to put on him. So yeah, so many people made fun of this particular. I know that they did it because they wanted to like take jabs at me. They wanted to hurt me. They wanted to affect how I felt about my doll. They wanted to affect my bond. They wanted to, but the sad thing is that regardless of what I have, like what I say about other people's sculpts or painting, whatever, in private to my friends, or even if I say it in public, well, I don't really do that kind of bullying stuff in public, but regardless, I mean, I wasn't like hurt by it. It was more the sculptors, the artists, the painter, the person who painted him, And then the person who repaired his peeling paint, I mean, that's like so insulting and just cruel and mean to them. This is an absolutely beautiful sculpt. He's had his paint issues, no more. And I get that the coloring, because of the repair we had to do for the peeling that was happening, isn't exactly the ideal, you know, more or less a lot of the times full body silicones. And I was just discussing this with Katie earlier. But full body silicones are going to have some kind of weirdness to them. They're not exactly, it's not as exact as things can be with like what you're used to with vinyl dolls. It's a little different. So when you're comparing the two, there's a difference in the painting and the realism and the detailing and things like that that you can do on a vinyl that you can't do on a full body silicone. The realism of the way this feels and the moves and how it feels the clothes is kind of one of those nice things about full body silicone as opposed to a vinyl. So everything has its pros and cons, but the hurtful things, the mean things that people were doing, the harassment, the level of harassment and bullying surrounding just the mere existence of this doll, just the fact that he was in my possession. I mean, yeah, you want to talk about keeping this place safe for everyone? Well, I'm looking for something for him right now, so, and I'm just in a free flowing. I don't think I want to put a sweater on him. So yeah, I'll never understand it. Say what you want, but you're really putting down the artist. Let's put a little bow on him. Double standards, yeah. So weird because I shipped the package in Italian and it got there in 5 weeks in 2019. Yeah, I don't know what's affecting the post office right now, but I'm just waiting. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be waiting for, but I'm just waiting on that kit. I mean, that doll, that finished doll. I can't wait to show her. Honestly, I can't wait to see her because I've never seen a doll painted by Irina Kevitskaya. I've never seen one of her dolls in person. So this is going to be a complete, you know, a lot of us buy dolls, you know, blindly like this. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to put on him. And because of his coloring, not all colors or shades are going to look good on him. I think I want to put this though. I'm going to see what that looks like on him. And let me just find socks that I'm going to be happy with for this one. I think I might do those socks. So yeah, so I'm not a fan of what everybody else gets, but I don't tend to talk about those things publicly. Not everybody is gonna like the same things. I guess it's just as simple as that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put that one on him. I don't want, I was thinking yellow. I don't know. It was warm here tonight, so I'm having a margarita. Salud. What is it with the ball? Katie's allergic to gender benders. I'm not a big drinker, so on special occasions, maybe, if I'm in the mood. Okay, I can't find a thing that I want. I think because I'm like aimlessly searching for something here. Oh, you know what? Let's see what this looks like. Either that shade of blue or maybe this shade of blue. I like the way he feels in sleepers. It's always so nice. And this one has booties that come with it. I'm not so sure about the hat though. So, oh, and he scratch mittens too. He's the scratch mittens. Oh my gosh, it's getting all messy over here. Okay, so you're laughing. I'm not sure what you're laughing at. You're laughing at your sins over there. Okay. I love the way these socks look on him. His sculpting is so nice. We were discussing this too, Katie, earlier about Ulrika's dolls, that she has just such wonderful sculpting. It's just hard to come by a doll if you're in the US. And he's like the perfect size. I wonder, oh, I'm not gonna say anything, but he's the perfect size. Nice 6 pounds. Not preemie, but also not a large newborn, so I love his sculpt so much. I am offering him for sale. I don't have any like takers. I understand that traditionally people have seen better painting, but he is a wonderful sculpt. I'm not a huge fan of the tips, the white nail tips, but it's better than peeling. So at least like, I don't have that issue. He doesn't have that issue anymore. So, but other than that, I mean, those are just preferences. I know, like, is this buttoned here? Oh no, it's not buttoned. Nope. Let me just. He's an EcoFlex 20. They said he was mixed with a little bit more slacker, or however you make him softer, which I think it's true because he does feel a little bit squishier than my Emma that I got from McPherson's, that Happiness Nursery painted. She's my partial. So, I mean, it doesn't come over the same on camera, but he is a little bit more purplish, I guess you can say, to the naked eye. Plus this lighting isn't great. I mean, some people like the very, very, very newborn. I'm not so sure. I'm not so like feeling it myself. Uh, I like newborn, but I don't know if I really care for like right out of the womb, like they literally just pulled him out. Um, yes, but they should think before they criticize someone's doll. It is so rude. She's 20 inches if that's what you wanted to ask. Oh, that's different. This guy is only like 18 inches. He's smaller. Yeah, he has beautiful sculpting right here. You guys can see that. The collarbones that Katie's talking about. She really loves that. Um, he's lovely. He's anatomically correct, whatever that means. His hair is nicer, not falling out. Look at that. Don't really have to fuss with it too much. He had such an issue with his hair breaking and falling off. I mean, like I said, Ulrika sculpts beautifully. He had a peeling issue, so I sent him to Australia for Happiness Nursery, and she did a really nice job basically addressing the peeling paint issue. So I was really pleased that I didn't have to stress out about that anymore. And rerouting his hair, which I love. I love the mohair that she used. I don't know where it's from, but it's really nice. It's soft. So it looks really nice. I'm not so sure I really like alpaca for, you know, a silicone doll. This isn't alpaca though. I think this is like this is actual mohair. So I love the way his hair looks. And he's just, I love his size. I don't bring him out that much. I have him put away because I am trying to sell him. But yeah. He is a beautiful sculpt. And I'm going to put this little fox outfit. It has everything, the hat, the scratch mittens, everything. The booties. But I think I'm going to pass on the hat. Sometimes their hair is just too beautiful to cover. And I love this little tucked leg of his. Oh, I forgot that this one has this little, I'll show it to you guys after I put it on the back. There, one arm successfully in. There we go. He's super adorable. All right. So this little sleeper, it's like one of those take me home outfits. I'm going to show you the back. It has an adorable what do you call this? The drop bottom. It's not truly functional though, it's just aesthetic. Purely aesthetic. We're gonna cover his little footsies, his feetsies. He's just getting, so it makes it look like it's a sleeper. I'm gonna put his other, so his little booties, if you guys can see, it has a little fox face pattern on there. He feels great in outfits like this, I have to say. I have to say also that I do like EcoFlex 20. I know like marshmallow and all that, it's like all the rave. People like how squishy and soft that is. But I like the little bit of firmness with the EcoFlex 20 with just a teensy weensy mix of something softer, you know, but just a little bit where it's very subtle. I like it because I can't get his foot. Prop his foot up. It just feels good, and when you hold him, he feels so nice. It feels realistic. Let's put his scratch mittens on. Lurica really, we were talking about how this sculpting with, you know, this little leg tucked and this one a little bit curled, and the arms have like, they're not just flat, they have like an elbow. He almost doesn't need armatures, any kind of armatures in it, in his arms. Although it would be nice, I could put his arm like this and hold it up, but sometimes just in the sculpting, you can get away with not having all the extras. A little bit. There we go. There he is. So cute. And it's dark. Not the best lighting. I love this lip of his too. This mouth. There's this little bunny. All right, so my back hurts. I've been standing this whole time. Firmer Silly holds the structural shape of a human body as real babies have. And Sally says he looks so adorable in that outfit. Do you guys like it? It's really cute. See, it's perfect on him. And that's all I have for you guys today. We've been on for like almost 2 hours. So thank you so much, Katie, for hanging out, and Sally for being here, and everyone else who commented. I think it was just one other person, one or two other people. And I hope you guys have a pleasant weekend. And I hope you get to fit in some time with, you know, some Reborn time if you get a chance. And if you're playing this back when it's not live, I hope it gets you in the mood for some doll outfit changes. So that is all I have for you guys today. Thanks for hanging out with me, and have a good weekend. I'll see you when I see you. Follow me on Instagram. I should probably put that in my about section, but I think I put a link to it somewhere in my community wall. So check that out, and you can follow me on Instagram. I'll see you guys again soon. Take care. Be safe out there. Thanks for watching. Oh, thank you, Jackie. Have a good night.